There we go. Thank you, everyone, for hopping on the line tonight. I have two, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And most of you guys know us. I'm Peggy Leibel, and this is my husband, Brian. And Hillary's on vacation at the lake, so we're going to go ahead and host this evening. And really, we're just appreciative of our guest speaker, Ray Kwan, joining us from corporate. And so Ray is the Director of Systems and Mobile Architecture for Isagenix. That's what I'm told, Ray, so you could correct me when you get to talking. But we're just thrilled to have somebody come in and teach us about the Isolite app. I know there are most of you guys on the line, which, by the way, I have you muted for now. And then at the end, we'll go ahead and open it up for questions, and I'll let you guys unmute yourselves. But we're just thrilled that Ray has taken the time to join us, because all of us executives were talking and of who's using the app. And I think most of us are using the Isolite app, and we're telling everybody we enroll to download it, but I don't think all of us understand how to use it to the full potential. And so as we were talking about who could do the call, it was consensus that nobody really felt qualified to do this call. So Hillary hollered at Ray to help us out with that. So Ray, if you could unmute your line, and I want to turn this over to you because I know you have a lot to teach us, and we're just super excited. And we want to thank you again for joining us tonight.
Oh, you're welcome. Hi, everybody. I'm Ray Kwan. I'm working with the corporate IT app in Isagenix for about 4 years already, full-time. And I was actually worked here 12 years ago for about 3 years, and I left for a couple of years and rejoined Isagenix. So I'm here to talk about, I understand there's a need to talk about Isolite to do a demo. Let me see if I can actually share my screen there. Let me know if you guys can see the screen okay.
Yes, we could see it. Thank you.
You guys can see the Isolite app right there? Not yet?
Yep. Yep, thank you.
Oh, okay, cool. So Isolite app is currently available on both iTunes App Store or in the Google App Store. So basically, you just go to the App Store and then you just search for Isolite, and it's free to download. The only platform that we support is basically iPhone. Most of people using iPhone. We find out probably about 80% of people actually using iPhone versus like a Samsung or something like that. So basically, you just search for Isolite, and you just go and download it right here, like this. So once you have it in store, let me scroll over there, and you fire it up. And I have a test account. This is actually a production test account. You guys can take a look at it, and I'll show you go through all the details about it. I'll try to keep it under 20 minutes to 30 minutes because there's a lot to go through. If I go really too fast, so please let me know, and I will slow down a little bit so that everybody can catch up, okay? Now, first of all, what you can do is you log in using your back office credential. Your password and your login is the same one as you use to log into your back office. In my case, this is actually a test account in production. So once it's logged in, it will tell you loading some programs and some login sequence. And the screen will spin up a little bit. And were you guys able to see the bottom part of the app that has about 5 different icons at the bottom, right? So let's go from the very far left. We'll go from there. And the one that highlighted on the far left right now, we call it an activity feed. What it does is it constantly getting some new articles about Isagenix health, so that when you're using it, you can every day you have some new information to read about it. All the way from all the how to use natural accelerators, from science talks. Basically, is if you guys familiar with something called like a news feed, it's similar to that matter. And you can actually look into it and see how people respond to it. For example, I click on this science talk, and I can actually see some other user actually making comments to this news feed, so that you can kind of chime into if you want to. And then the other things that you'll be able to see it here is you see more article is mostly about the user. But if you keep going down, you will actually feed some individual information about you into this news feed also. We'll get to that in a moment when I show you about the how to enroll in the weight wellness program and stuff like that. So as you can use this particular newsfeed to actually communicate to people that you want. For example, I come here and say, I want to post something. And when you say posting, they have an option where everyone can see it. Only my sponsors and my personal team, that means somebody from your sponsor and also from your personal enroll, which is one PET. And also you can select, I only want my sponsor to see it or my team to see it. Just imagine if you have a very big personal enroll team, your one PET, and you want to blast out a message and everybody underneath that who's using the app will instantly see your message posting up there. So it's one way to use to communicate to your team. And we have the option to actually post photos, and you can select a photo from your photo library, or you can take a photo, or you can actually post a short video. It's really relatively short though, because we don't want to have like 1 hour length and stuff like that. So we limit it to about, I believe it's 20 seconds. And also, if you want to share some kind of link information, you can actually post some of those links. The links, when you send it there, it added a little bit preview to it. For example, if I do iserfyi.com, and it will actually go out and pull out the first preview of that website that you type as a link. So when you post it there, it's not just a URL link that you click to, it has a little bit information. If it has a picture, we have a picture. It's very similar to Facebook posting, if you guys are familiar with that too, right? And that's the posting feature. The one that really need to talk about is basically the weight wellness program. This whole app started from Eric Coover come to our team, and one of the concern he has is when we actually getting a 30-day pack or any of those premium pack and things like that. One of the things that is common being asked about is how do you use that weight wellness program? How do you join it there? So this particular app we created is aiming for that purpose, which when you get the box in the mail, what would you do afterwards? And you can instruct your customer or your team member basically come over here and say, I want to start a program. And when it first does, it asks you some questions. We saw 2 available programs, but unfortunately, we only have weight wellness for now. And it will give you a short preview video of what's in the 30-day box, or basically a pack itself. And it has listed some of the value benefits, and also what's in the box itself. Some basic FAQ if you have questions. And also, besides the what's in the box, it actually had a video to tell you what's a cleanse day to expect, and also what's a shake day you would like to expect. So you can have the user go over it and see what they're expecting to do when they actually start the program. Now, when they have, go through all the detail and they don't have any more questions, they can say, I just enrolled in this program. And the app will ask you some basic information. For example, I log on at this user, I just say he's a male, 5'9", my current weight may be 195 pounds. And then I'll just specify it as 38 years old. And it will ask you, what is your goal weight? So how much you actually want to lose. I just type 160, for example. And then it will start to ask you, when do you want to start your 30-day weight wellness program? Now, I would just set it as today, for example, and it automatically come back and recommended the cleanse day at the 3rd day when you started the program. Now, but if you don't want to, you can go always change it to a different date. If I want to start it on the 4th day and everything shift, or even if I don't want to follow this program, I can go and click and select individual one I want. And once I choose all the different, how would I want it to start my program, I also select the start time right here. And you are giving the option to actually upload a progress photo, which is a starting photo. So you can actually take a picture how you want to start, but in this case, I'm going to skip it. And also it actually give you a opportunity to enter some measurement. So for example, if I say that my only right arm is measured at 15 inches, I can record all this information. And it will bring you to a commitment screen. Basically, it's similar to the paper that you have in the box. And you go ahead and just sign it. And once you did that, and basically you're in the program when you finished, so you're ready to go. So the screen you can see open up. Now I just stated that my weight wellness program started on Monday. So right now, if I scroll up to the screen, it will tell me, because I started my start time is 7 a.m. in the morning, it will tell me precisely what I should take at 7. And it get the schedule at 8, 10, and 12. We got all this information from our R&D, for the product R&D program team downstairs. And this is what they recommended us to set up for a shake day. The 7 o'clock is out, so you can go and tell the user basically to go and check as they were finishing individual items for that day. Now, some people may ask, I may take something extra during the morning for breakfast, and how can I enter that information in there? And you see the little add items on each individual time slot on the right-hand side. You can click on that. And we give you a full menu of all the Isagenix products. For example, I take a bar in there and actually break down the Isoline bar, chocolate decadence, how many calories, how many fat content, carbs, and protein. And I can choose, I take one bar, I add it to the checklist. And I come back here, and you can say that, well, I actually add 250 calories for that breakfast in there. If you go up to the very top, you can see it actually break down your macro based on that data you have, and also the calorie that consumed on near the middle left corner there. Now, that's only for Isagenix product, right? But you're saying that, no, I actually just have some food. I have an egg. And I just come here and search for an egg. You want a fried egg, boiled egg, scrambled egg, a hard-boiled egg, egg white only. Well, I'll take an egg white only. And I would determine the serving size. I would just want a large one. And also edit the checklist. And voila, it's also show up too in the morning. Now, I may not know if I would actually go out and eat for lunch, for example, because sometimes you go out and eat, you really don't know what's the serving content and stuff like that. Now, when you go and search food, you can actually search for things like restaurants. So if I go to Chili's, and spell it correctly, so anybody go to Chili's before? Grilled chicken salad and chicken fajitas. So it actually breaks down all the restaurant menu with all the different calories, fat, and macro content, and it will be easily added to my daily checklist. And I will have all my food intake calorie burns breaking down right in the macro for the whole day. So I just keep adding, check all the things that I did for the day. And I reach to the end of the day. And other things that we would like to do is to see how many exercise that you have done. So we can say fitness. I can come here and enter my calorie burn manually. For example, I burned 600 calories. I don't need to give a name. I just know I did a 600 calorie exercise. And it recorded the 600 calorie. Or if it were the same way, I will look for maybe walking. And it will break it down to exercise walking, moderate walking, slow walking, brisk. I did it for about an hour. And what it does is, remember the very first screen, you enter all your height, your weight, and your gender and things like that. It basically using that and filter into the exercise to figure out how many calories you burn. So if you go back to the very top, you know that day, besides that 600 calories that I burned, I burned additional 353 because of 1 hour walking, based on the height and the weight that I enter at the beginning of the enrolling to the program. Anybody got any questions so far? Okay, right. Now, at the end of the day, what we really wanted to do is at each day, we would like you to complete the day and submit the day for us, the checklist. So you can see 4 little happy face icon, and there's a little 2 sad face icons in there. So if you would just tab on any one of those, how do you feel? Do I feel really happy? Somewhat okay. Not feeling very okay, or actually I'm not feeling well at all. Now, if you would have choose the very far right corner, if you're not feeling very good at all, when you say I complete and submit the day, actually my coach will get a notification that I'm not feeling that day very right. Now, in this case, I'll just say, I'm happy. I'll just punch it there. And you can see one of the things that you cannot do is the day already submitted, so I cannot go in there and change anything. It's just for the feature itself. I know a lot of people are asking us to change it so that you can go back and change it. It's part of the things that we would like to edit there, but stay with us, we'll get there. Now, if I would have go to the next day, and remember the next day is also a shake day, I can actually come here and change it to a cleanse day, but I don't want to. Let me go to the third day. I believe I set the cleanse day as the Thursday, which is the 4th day. You can see the list in the daily checklist schedule is switch. It has more than just the shake day. It actually tailored to the cleanse day schedule. And you can go through this list again and finish your cleanse day. And then you submit the day at the end of the day so that whether you feel good or not, and your coach might know something about it for that matter. Now, there's another items over here. You can see a little plus sign. You can tap on that, and as it go every day, you can also enter your measurement. However day you want. You don't have to put it down every single day, but if you wanted to, once a week or once every 2 weeks, you can enter that. You can enter your weight, last update, so you're keeping track of your progress. Or you can come over here and actually take a photo. So if you have a photo, you want to keep track of a photo journey and how your weight loss journey is supposed to be, and you're welcome to do that. And we're keeping track of all the things in the data so that you can go back and look through it, what your journey is supposed to be. And the last things on this screen particularly is the screen, which is the 3 dots in the very top right corner. Sorry, I don't have a mouse pointer, I can say. Oh, I might, hold on. I wonder if I can actually see the mouse pointer here. So if you click on this little tab there, and it pops up and will say program setting, program information, show available program. So the program settings basically will just tell you that the start date, your end date, all the things that you enter when you first enter into the program itself. And on the program information, we go through the same thing that you would see when you're first looking at the program before you actually enroll into it. Basically the shake day video, the cleanse day video, what's in the box. And hopefully nobody does this, but we actually buried the resign program at the bottom of the screen here. So if you choose to resign the program, you're allowed to do that. But of course, we don't recommend people to quit, right? That's why it's there. And that's pretty much what this particular screen it has. Now, one of the things that we mentioned about it too is, let me show you the second screen where it's going down. And remember when you submit the day, your coach actually gets some information about it. We'll get to that the 4th tab, and then we'll show you about that. Let me jump over to that 4th tab right there. Now, the 4th tab here look like a little bell at the bottom. It will have a list of all the notification that you get. Like, for example, somebody liking the post that you comment into the activity feed. But aside from that, as the coach, you will have this tab called Priority Customers. You don't see that if you don't have a team. You only see that when you have a coach. You actually have a team. And the account that I have underneath, I only have one team member, and actually it's myself. And about 8 hours ago, I actually logged into the other account, and I posted, I'm actually feeling sick. And that's why you'll be able to see all the detail here if there's some information that you need to pay attention right away about your team. And the other things that you will be able to see there too regarding to the relationship between your team members and coach is the fifth icon here when you click on your profile. And when you click on the profile, there's something called My Personal Enroll Team. And when you click on that, basically just pull down your one PET, and it will tell you under your one PET team who has actually have installed the app, log on to the app, and who has not been using it, or what is the last time they've been using it. Now you can see my screen right here. I have roughly 6, 7 people underneath me. And I can literally tell Patty Raphael have not even installed the app ever and never logged onto it. But Raekwon actually installed it and logged onto it about a day ago. That's why I posed myself not feeling very well for that day. And you can actually have a conversation with your team and say, hey, are you using the app, not using the app, or you haven't been using it since you're downloading it? And you can search for your team. You have a very large team. You can have a search functionality. Or basically, you can search by, sorted by the name or the join date. And when you tap on that particular member under your team, you'll be able to see some of the information, like their join date, what they are putting in their activity feed. And if they have disclosed their phone numbers and their email address, you'll be able to see it right there. And then you'll be able to just email them right away and call them. So give you an easier way to contact your one PET member. Let me go back to that itself. Let me do a pause. Anybody got any questions so far? Is it helpful? Okay. So sorry about jumping about different icon there. Let me switch to the number 3 in the bottom around here. And anybody using an ISO order before? Right, that has officially been retired, and we don't use that anymore. So all your shopping function, we also, from ISO order, we added here with ISOLife. You have a full product catalog based on the wholesale order, but we call it a one-time order, basically right here. So you can purchase all your 30-day system right here, and you can configure all the different flavor, packagings, and we try to make it as colorful and simple as possible so that you can configure your pack. And let me click a couple more things in here to configure my pack. And once I add it to my shopping cart, it would just like you going to the back office and ordering products, or you used to be using ISO order. And you can place your order right there, changes your shipping addresses, payment method, and all those stuff like that. Now, one thing that we added there is we actually integrate with iPhone with Apple Pay. So you'll be able to tab on Apple Pay. Well, I need a phone number here. I'll just put some fake phone number here. And it actually pull up, this is actually my personal credit card on my iPhone right here. And you can just use Apple Pay and a one-click using the Touch ID and authorize the pay, and we just check out using Apple Pay itself. Or if I say I don't have Apple Pay, I'm using a Samsung Android phone, the credit card on file that we have, we still be able to use that. And once you choose a credit card on file, you still be able to place the order like you would normally using ISO order or the back office. Now, one thing we didn't have it right here is you're still unable to change your shipping address if you want to add a new one or adding a new payment method. But that's what we're working on right now, so that you can change this if you want to add a different address or different credit card on it. And if you go back to the same screen right here, besides the one-time order and the very top corner here, there's manage auto ship also. So you can come here like you would have in the back office. You can change your auto ship frequency, you can change your auto ship date, and you can even go and change your auto ship product if you want to. And it's all in one spot that you can do the on-time order, auto ship, you can manage it as you want. Now, if we were to go back to the program itself, we also have something about shopping. If you go back to the profile screen, which is the far right corner there, when you look at the screen itself, it has order history. So you can go and look at all the history number that I placed in the past. If you would have a tracking number in here, you will be able to see the tracking number and just tap on it, and it just bring you to the like a UPS or FedEx or anything like that. You'll be able to track your order. And you can click on it and basically see the order detail. Now, the other things that we have it in there besides the personal and team and role is something called My Badge. So as a user, you're going through the weight wellness program, we actually rewarded you in certain scenario. One of them is if you complete the first day or complete the third day or complete the 5th day or the 7th day or the 10th day, or you complete the 13th day, we basically will send you a badge that you earn. So we're trying to kind of play a little bit in those, they call it like a game in there. So once you get that, and when you earn that, the system actually send it to you, and you will get a push notification on your phone. Ding, you got something from the IsaLife app. And that will be also being shown on the activity feed right here, that you earn the badge. Let me scroll down, I've been doing it for quite some time. So we will tell you that, for example, I actually using one of these badge to post it on social media. By doing that, I actually earned the Sydney Opera House badge. And you can see that if I complete a cleanse day, the first cleanse day, or complete the first day or the first week or something like that, you'll be able to get badges. And once I got that, I can actually click on the share functionality. And I can share it on Facebook to brag about it. I mean, the whole point of getting a badge is bragging about it, right? So you'll be able to share it to your friends so that they know. And the Sydney Opera House is actually kind of funny story behind it. It turns out that if you share your badges, you get a Sydney Opera House badge. And I found out by sharing the Sydney Opera House badge, I got another badge too. So it's got into an infinity loop. But we don't get into that. We can, because it's a badge that you want to brag about, so it doesn't matter. In my account right here, I actually can earn 3 times the Central Park badge and a Northern Light badge and things like that. So it's just kind of make it the 30-day a little bit more fun as you're going through the program itself. The other part that you might ask is, well, have you guys used any kind of device like Fitbit? You know, my wife likes Fitbit a lot, keeping track of all the steps, right? So you remember the daily check schedule? I have to come in here and enter all my exercise. Sometimes it's kind of painful. I don't want to enter every single day. I don't know how many calories that I burn. So one of the options is here. If you go to the settings on the profile, we actually allow you to sync up with your Fitbit. So you click on the Fitbit and you say connect. You enter your Fitbit account. And of course, there's some agreements and you have to agree on the synchronization with the app itself. And once being done, when you go back to this fitness, it doesn't have add item anymore. It changed to a little bit like a refresh. And it will actually pull all your Fitbit calorie information into your daily routine for a daily checklist. And you don't have to enter anything there. And it's fully automatic. So the other things that we're able to do from a setting page is, have you guys seeing what the login using some kind of a Face ID or Touch ID. It depends on which one they have, right? So I will be able to enable this and using a Touch ID. So if I were to get out of the app itself, I'll just quit it and come back here. And now I can actually use my thumb, just log in. I don't have to check my password and all stuff like that. It'll make it easier when you do a daily checklist. You don't have to enter your password every single day, right? And that's basically the majority of function of the IsaLife app. Anybody have particular questions?
Oh my goodness, Ray, that was amazing because I'm taking notes, but I know all of us had no idea how much this could do for us. This is so amazing. If you guys have questions, just unmute your line, ask the question, and mute right back so we don't get any back noise, but go ahead and ask any questions that you guys have.
How does this work with Weight Watchers app? Or I have somebody who just enrolled and they also have the Weight Watchers app. What's the differences, or what have you seen?
The Isagenix IsaLife app is very tailored specific for our weight wellness program. I'm not sure about the Weight Watcher app. Were they able to enter any Isagenix products in there and so on and so forth?
I don't know. I'm trying to get her to just cancel the Weight Watchers app and go with our IsaLife app. So.
Well, first of all, this app is free, and it already pre-filled with all the Isagenix products. So that means you get for example, like a 30-day system, right? It already enter all the information in there. You just checklist it every day. You don't have to think about much what to put it in there.
I know, this looks wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Can you set it up to go for more than 30 days?
Yes, it will go 30 days, and then after the 31st day, it will ask you, would you like to continue? And it gives you a choice to reset up your cleanse day. Because some people after 30 days, they may not want to go for cleanse day. They just want to go shake day all the way, maybe to the 60 years or 70 days. We can allow you to do that. When you reach the end of the 30th day, it will prompt you and say, hey, what would you like to do?
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Ray, I'm not sure if I missed it or not, but can you go over the auto ship? Earlier today, I tried to change some items that were in the auto ship and it wouldn't let me do it.
So if I will go into the auto ship itself, let me look on the screen, right? Were you trying to change the schedule or change items?
Just the items.
So I came over here and I said, this particular item's in there. So you're on this screen, right? So one of the things that I have to, first of all, I apologize. Our graphic designer is not that intuitive when we make it like this. You actually slice it. So you'll be able to delete the items like this. Or you can come here and say edit and change the quantity. Yeah, I know, because this particular function, like sliding left and sliding right, is not so intuitive to most of the people. We are thinking about adding some indicator there or some buttons that to tell you what to do when you edit it. But for the moment, it will be something to be improved, like we're coming pretty soon.
Okay, thank you.
Ray, is there anywhere that on the product categories that we can have the allergens that are in the catalog now for people? Is that anywhere on the app?
The allergen, I'm not.
It's in the back in the hard copy catalog. There's a couple of pages that shows any allergies to whatever someone might be allergic to for each product.
Oh, right. Okay. Let me take note. We don't have it in there, but let me take note. Hold on a second. Let me write down. Got it.
Thank you. I had a customer that was looking for that the other night. So thank you very much.
I think it'll be very helpful.
Ray, this is Robin. I'm looking at some of the questions that people have put in the chat. One of the questions was, can you change the macro targets?
Currently, we don't. We got the macro target from the R&D department downstairs, from the product R&D, and that's what they wanted to set it there. They have a lot of requests to be able to change it, so we still try to work out the detail how we want to change it to. So because IT, we have to kind of like negotiate with R&D and see how they want to do it.
Okay, and then this other question was, this appears to be for a program for like a 30-day fat burning and cleansing, but what if you've got a value pack where you maybe have more products in that pack, but they're not showing up on their schedule, for example, greens or fruits or anything like that?
Right now, the only options we have is allow you to go to the add items and go through the Isogenics product and just add the product that you want.
Okay.
At the moment.
Thank you.
Any other last questions for Ray?
Yes, Ray, this is Nicole. I'm curious, right now is the only track the weight wellness track?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we have more program, and that's why when you see one of the screen there say available program, but we had to have a lot of discussion with sales and marketing, also R&D, to figure out what those details on the individual programs are. So we are actively working to try to add more into it.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
So Ray, on that note, with that though, if you put in the beginning, like your start weight was 160, say you wanted to gain weight and you wanted to be 170, couldn't you type in 170 and it would start to kind of adjust it to go up, or no?
Yeah, it will. You can type it more than your start weight, because a lot of people, especially in a performance or bodybuilding, they are not necessarily losing weight. They might actually gain weight.
Right. So, I mean, that would probably solve some of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Ray, hi, this is Vicki. Thank you so much for all this. When I did my daily checklist as we were going through it, I entered my stuff in, and then after I synced with my Fitbit, now it's got calories burned and it's got it there double. How do we edit this and like delete? I don't know why it doubled it up.
One of the things that you can do, which is when you actually go to individual line item there, you can actually slide it there. Yeah, this is one of the issues that we, one of the most complained issue after I talked to the designer, and I said, we need some indication to tell people you can actually do that.
It doesn't want to delete it. I see the delete button, but it doesn't want to delete it. But
oh, it actually doesn't remove it at all. The other option to do is basically just uncheck it. It's not checked for the moment.
Okay. There's a check mark by each one, but I can't uncheck it either.
Oh, really? Okay, let me write down to check with the team, see if something going wrong with that. Okay, I got it too.
Okay. Yeah, and it doesn't want to delete.
That's not good.
Yeah, either entry. And like I said, it's written there twice and neither one wants to delete.
Okay. Yeah, now most of my development team already gone, so I will talk to them first thing in the morning.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, Ray, I have a question. I think I saw, I'm on the screen that you're on right now, but I think I saw an option to use the IsoBody challenge. So if they select, instead of the weight loss one, if they select that section option, which I think was the IsoBody challenge, is that synced to the back office in isobodychallenge.com? So if people upload their pictures there and you do everything on the app, is everything synced?
Not yet. If you look at the screen itself, it's say coming soon because we're still working on the detail. Already talking to I actually have a meeting with the IsoBody challenge team just today. Well, wait, available program. Yeah, you can basically say coming soon. It's not there. I actually have a meeting with the IsoBody challenge team literally today, and we tried to flush out all the detail and what they wanted in there. We don't want to just acting exactly like the back office where you upload pictures. We want more than that, so we can help people finish their IsaBody challenge. So we're still in a conversation with the team and see what we want to do in terms of features.
Okay, thanks.
Good.
Hey Ray, will you be at Celebration, and if so, where?
Yeah, I'll be at the mobile solution booth. So my team and I will be there at the World of Isogenics. Just stop by. I mean, if you have a question or anything like that, want to see a demo, stop by, we can talk. And some feedback and suggestion will be great too.
Awesome. And do you know if there will be any on-stage training regarding the app?
Let me talk to Erica Young and also Jackie Palmer. They originally have some plan, but I'm not sure it fit into the schedule. I lost track of their status about a month ago. Let me double check with you tomorrow. But looking at the agenda, I don't see it yet. It may not be them on the main stage, maybe on the mini stage, but let me check.
Hey, Ray, Liddell Miles. First of all, thank you for taking the time tonight. While I have the app download, I must confess, I haven't used it much, but this is awesome, man. This is awesome. Thank you guys for the effort.
Oh, you're welcome.
All righty. Well, I think we'll let you get back to your evening, Ray. We can't say thank you enough. I know that this has helped so much, and I know all of us will be playing with our app. And I know as we enroll people, we'll be able to coach them and use this app to its full potential. So we're just so thankful for you giving us your time. We really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Nice meeting you guys, okay? Yeah, if you go to Celebration, stop by and talk. I'll be there too.
We will. We sure will. Have a great evening, everybody. Thank you so much for getting on. And I know we will put this recording on Justin and Hillary's website. So for the team members who could not jump on tonight, we will get this posted and downloaded so everyone could share it. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Thank
Bye,
you,
guys.
Ray.